Hey folks, welcome back to Military Forces Unleashed. Today we're diving into the cockpit of one of the most iconic jets in modern warfare. That's right, the F-15E Strike Eagle. This isn't your regular fighter jet, it's the one your mom warns you about when you're picking a fight. Whether it's taking out enemy defenses or blowing up critical targets, this bird does it all with style. So buckle up, because we're about to fly straight into the heart of aviation badassery. In today's video, we'll uncover what makes the Strike Eagle a legend in the skies. From its fascinating backstory to its jaw-dropping technology and battle-proven legacy, you'll see why this jet is a game-changer. And, of course, we'll throw in a dose of good old-fashioned critique because no machine's perfect. Ready? Let's roll! Before we get into the nuts and bolts, let's talk about how this marvel came to be. The F-15E is the love child of the original F-15 Eagle, designed in the 1970s to dominate the skies. Back then, the mantra was simple: not a pound for air to ground. The Eagle was meant to be the ultimate air superiority fighter, and it delivered. But then the brass at the Pentagon had a revelation. What if we took this air superiority beast and gave it a knack for dropping bombs too? Enter the Strike Eagle. Developed in the 1980s, the F-15E was crafted to fill a gap in the U.S. Air Force's arsenal, a jet that could handle deep strikes without needing a babysitter. McDonnell Douglas, the brains behind this operation, took the F-15's already stellar design and added advanced avionics, more fuel capacity, and the ability to carry enough bombs to make any enemy's day miserable. By 1988, the Strike Eagle was ready for action, and it didn't disappoint. Here's a fun fact. The F-15E's first combat deployment was during Operation Desert Storm in 1991. In just 43 days, these jets destroyed over 1,500 targets. Talk about making an entrance. Now, let's dive into what makes the F-15E a Swiss Army knife of the skies. First off, the design. It's got twin engines, 2 crew members, and an airframe that screams, "Don't mess with me." But the real magic lies in its versatility. This jet can fly at Mach 2.5, that's over 3,000 kilometers per hour, and carry a payload of up to 23,000 pounds. That's like strapping a tank to its belly and saying, "Let's party." In terms of armament, the Strike Eagle is a flying arsenal. It can carry precision-guided bombs, air-to-air missiles, and even a 20mm M61 Vulcan cannon for when things get personal. Oh, and it's got a state-of-the-art radar system that can track multiple targets simultaneously. So, whether it's blasting a convoy or dogfighting at 40,000 feet, this jet's got you covered. Technological innovations? Let's talk Lantern, low-altitude navigation and targeting infrared for night. This system lets the F-15E fly low and fast, while still hitting targets with pinpoint accuracy, even in the dead of night. Think of it as the military equivalent of night vision goggles, but on steroids. The Strike Eagle has seen action in nearly every major conflict since Desert Storm. Afghanistan? Check. Iraq? Double check. Syria? You bet. It's like the jet has a frequent flyer card for war zones. One standout moment came in 2001 during Operation Enduring Freedom, where an F-15E crew took out a Taliban command center with a GBU-28 bunker buster bomb. Talk about sending a message. But it's not just about destruction. The F-15E has also been a lifesaver. In 2011, during the Libya intervention, these jets provided close air support to rebel forces, turning the tide in several key battles. And let's not forget its role in hunting high-value targets. If you're on a most wanted list, an F-15E might just be the last thing you hear. Now, is the F-15E perfect? Not by a long shot. For starters, it's expensive, like $87 million per unit expensive. That's a lot of taxpayer dollars. And while it's a technological marvel, it's also a maintenance nightmare. Keeping this jet mission ready requires an army of technicians and a budget that could fund a small country. Then there's the question of survivability. In an era of advanced surface-to-air missiles and stealth fighters, the F-15E's lack of stealth capabilities is a glaring weakness. Sure, it's fast and heavily armed, but in a high-threat environment, speed and firepower might not be enough. And let's not ignore the fact that newer jets like the F-35 Lightning II are starting to overshadow the Strike Eagle. The F-15E's days as the top dog might be numbered, but it's not ready to retire just yet. Think of it as the seasoned veteran who's still got a few tricks up its sleeve. So what's the final verdict on the F-15E Strike Eagle? It's a beast, no doubt about it. From its combat record to its cutting-edge technology, this jet has earned its place in the Aviation Hall of Fame. But like any legend, it's not without flaws. It's expensive, high maintenance, and facing stiff competition from newer, shinier toys. Still, when the mission demands a multi-role fighter that can deliver devastating firepower and keep coming back for more, the Strike Eagle is the jet for the job. All right, folks, that's a wrap for today's video. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the F-15E, smash that like button and subscribe to Military Forces Unleashed. Share this video with your friends, and let's keep the conversation going in the comments. What do you think about the Strike Eagle? Overrated or still a legend? Thanks for watching. Your support means the world to us. Until next time, stay safe and stay curious. Over and out.